Pete.
Hey, Larry. How's it
What's
going?
going on? What's going on, bro?
Happy St. Patrick's Day.
Happy St. Patrick's Day.
Well,
I went out and bought a six-pack of Guinness, and I'm sitting here in my band room.
Great.
Cracking the first one, pouring it in the pint, so.
Nice.
I'm stoked.
I was going to say, do you have any St. Patrick's Day traditions?
Not really. Usually there's a parade down here. I'm on the Outer Banks,
Okay.
North Carolina, and Kelly's Restaurant usually has a big parade. I think that's tomorrow. But no, unless we're playing a show or something.
Right.
Nothing big.
Okay, cool. Well, this is episode number 4. Let's start off with what town did you grow up in New Jersey, and how did you get into Oi?
Well, I grew up in a little town called New Providence, Union County. It was probably about 45 minutes out of New York. And I guess I was 15, 16, 17. I started listening to metal. I was into, I bought Judas Priest's British Steel when it came out, so I liked the cover with the razor blade. And then I played in a couple cheesy metal bands back then, a band called Exciter and Steeler. And, and then some skate rats listened to Ramones in high school. And so I started listening to that a little bit, and the dude said, I was a big Motorhead freak. Right. And I saw Ozzy and Ozzy the second. That's how fucking old I am. The second show of his tour, when he first came out with Blizzard of Oz, with Motorhead at the Capitol Theater in Passaic.
Nice.
And it had to be 1980. And got puke drunk. It was classic, but it was great.
Yeah.
And then this dude walked up to me in high school. He was kind of a straight-laced dude, and he's like, "Oh, you like Motorhead?" I used to walk around with a leather jacket and motorcycle boots, and listen to Motorhead on a little Panasonic single speaker while people are still cruising around playing Grateful Dead on acoustic guitars with long hair and bare feet. And I was, he's like, "Yeah, I'll come to a show in New York. I like Motorhead. He's like, Motorhead, you'll love this." I think the first show I saw was the CBs. Bad Brains, Blood Clot, Heart Attack, The Undead, and I was like, "Holy fuck!"
Wow.
And I played football, so I shaved my head several times. So the week after that, I started shaving my head and started hanging out in that early Lower East Side scene. And then we listen to Cro-Mags and the punk rock stuff. I wasn't into the drug part of it though, and none of us were. I guess I was straight edge for a couple of weeks, but I liked drinking too much. But we never got into the dope. We never got into the hard drugs. We hated that whole punk. That whole it was kind of anti-punk thing that I gravitated toward. And then someone started turning me on to like Angelic Upstarts and Toxic Rejects, and I just fucking I'm a terrible Anglophile. I have a '77 Triumph in my garage. I ride around on like an asshole, and I have my Harrington jacket, and I think I bought my first new pair of Docs in 30 years a couple of years ago. But I just thought it was combat boots. But I really got into that whole English Oi sound, and that's kind of like if you listen to early Niblick stuff, you'll hear it's kind of punk, and then as it goes on, as I got more into the English roots of it all, and skinhead, that whole nine, the music kind of changed a little bit. I don't know. I always thought we were more of a rock and roll band than anything else. We weren't, some of the Oi stuff is great. Some of the Oi stuff is garbage. But I don't know. We try to be a little more melodic.
Right. Yeah, well, you pulled that off.
Yeah, for what it's worth. But yeah, I like a little more melodic, a little like a lot of background vocals, that whole chanting thing, which fits in with the whole genre. My favorite music, I learned how to play guitar with 1950s music. 50s, 60s fake books, and three-quarter size guitar when I was 13, 14 years old.
Oh, nice.
So, sitting there playing Earth Angel and fucking In the Still of the Night. And, and then, and still love that music. It's my favorite music in the world. Still love it. And it's the same shit, really. Yeah. It's all the same chords, but at any rate.
Right. Well, why'd you name the band after a golf club and a plant?
I guess I met Andy at a show at Upsala College. I was going there in East Orange, New Jersey, and I had seen him at all the shows. He's very recognizable, him and his girlfriend at the time. And I got into some shit with a bunch of jocks there, and I was going to get my ass kicked. And I never forget Andy and Big Steve come up. Andy hands me a fucking quart bottle. He's got like a chain in his hand, and he's like, "Come on, they're waiting for you outside." I'm like, "Well, we can talk our way out of this." So fucking me, Andy, and Big Steve walk outside. These chicks had the car pull up. Somebody pulled a jack, and thank God, campus police showed up. And fucking stopped the whole shit. So anyway, long story short, I said, Eddie, start talking to him more. This is a dude I already seen. I didn't even really talk to yet. And he's willing to fucking go down for you. But I'm like, I play guitar. He's like, I play bass. The one band was playing, Stand in the Face was playing Bar and My Marshalls. And I said, why don't we get together? Okay. He said, I'm playing with these guys. Harpo, this other guy, Mike, and the drummer at the time. Who the fuck was the drummer? I can never remember. We had so many of them. But, Andy's roommate, Keith. And they said, you want to play together? Me and Andy get together, start playing. And then Andy says, these guys asked me to play in a band. He knew Harpo from high school and hometown, Fairlawn. These guys want me to play bass in this band. And I said, oh, great. He's like, I thought I wouldn't come without you. I said, oh, that's awesome. So we showed up, and they already had the name. So, the story we told, Niblick was a large iron golf club, Henbane, a coarse, hairy, foul-smelling plant, poisonous to small animals, especially avian life. They came up with that in a dictionary some fucking way. Mike, our old guitarist, Mike and Harpo. And then we just told everybody Harpo was a Caddyshack on acid. And that's how he came up with it. But truthfully, it's a shot out of the dictionary.
Yeah.
Which is a lame story, but it sounds better with the Harpo on acid thing.
Well, I mean, how naturally do you think the music writing came to you with all the songs?
Well, I always liked music. I was lucky enough to go to a school that had a great music program. So I played, from third grade, fourth grade on. I played an instrument, trumpet, trombone, baritone, horn, tuba. All until I got to high school. Luckily, and I'm laughing today. Today I was out buying my 11-year-old daughter, a flute.
Nice.
For her band, which is fucking awesome. And she does real well with it. So, lucky enough to have that music program. And when I got to high school, I'm like, fuck this. I'm not a marching band. I'm going to have to play guitar. And like I said, I've been teaching myself, and my mom gave me a couple months worth of lessons. And we went from there. So the music, I have a good ear. I can listen to just about anything and fake it really, really good. And I threw it out to my good genes. My father was like that. And so the music comes, what I always try to do is try to not rip off anything too bad. And if you do, you try to make it sound just different enough that you don't get caught. But lyric wise, me and Harpo used to collaborate all the time. I was always a good fixer. He would write a whole bunch of shit down, and I'd pare it down and make it rhyme, and and try to make it fit to the beat of the music. So sometimes, and it's like anything else. Sometimes it's gangbusters, and shit just comes to you. Some of the best songs I've had, I just thought for 5 minutes and sat down and wrote it out. Other ones I've sat and more recently, the stuff with the new band I've been doing for the last couple of years. Is I'll sit down and I'll have music and an idea, and I'll sit down and I'll write I'll write it out and work on it. But it's tough to make time. You have to make time to do this shit.
Right.
Our problem is, again, lives rear their ugly head. your life rears its ugly head constantly. You know, my drummer, who I love and I wish the fuck he was more enthusiastic, my new guy, doesn't want. He's moving to another town. He doesn't want to do it anymore. It's too much work. I said, well, you know, I helped move shit last night. I said, well, what are you going to do? I'm have to find someone else, or, well, you know, not right now. And I said, I don't know when I have the time. So we got to make the fucking time. So the same thing. You got to make the time to practice. You got to have a certain commitment to it. If you're going to write songs, you have to make a certain time. You have to block out that time. You got to sit down with nothing else around and sit down and bang it out. You know, and the worst is you drive around in the car. The best is it always happens. I'm driving around the car. I think of the best music, the best lyrics while I'm driving around. And then, you know, I'll come home and forget all about them. Or I'll go to my phone and listen to the voice recorder. And I'll say, what the fuck is that unintelligible shit? I was trying to hum into the phone before I forgot it. But you know, and it touches your attitude too. Sometimes I have 4 kids, dude, 13, 12, 11, and 9. There's never a fucking dull moment. You have kids. You know the deal.
Yeah.
You know, I love them to death, but it ain't like being 25 years old and fucking running around playing shows everywhere you want.
Right.
Everywhere they let you. So you gotta make the time. You know, I never find it that hard, but I don't like to write stupid shit either. Right. You know? Right. You know, and I always try to keep, not an intellectual basis, I always think of like, Bad Religion was always an intellectual band. It was too deep. I like to keep it light. We always like to keep it apolitical as possible. And, you know, have fun. It was like what we were doing, is having fun.
Definitely.
I'm not trying to preach any message. You know, I'm not right wing, I'm not left wing, I'm just fucking, I'm any fucking wing. I don't give a fuck. I just want to have fun.
Right.
I like to play shows, I like to have a few beers, and if people enjoy it as much as I enjoy doing it, then it's fucking, you know, it's worth the time.
Man, that's what makes your bands great, man. It's all about fun.
Yeah, well, I guess. It's funny. It's funny. We've been doing a lot of soul searching the last several years. Because you're old, dude. You're old. I mean, I don't know how old you are, but I shouldn't even tell you.
I'm close to 40.
All right. Well, you're a fucking youngster.
Yeah.
I'm 50. Dude. I say this and it makes me sick. I'm 53 fucking years old. I still feel like I'm fucking 17.
Yeah.
You know? And we never thought, back when we were doing this in the 80s, we never thought we'd make it to 30.
Right.
You know, if we weren't fighting somewhere, you know, I don't know. But, you know, now I'm forced to try to put together with another drummer. Thankfully, our bass player, he don't give a fuck. He'll do anything. And, but we've always, that's been Niblick's, the bane of Niblick's existence was our drummers. We must have went through 12. Yeah, so I guess maybe it's me.
The drummer curse.
I'm thinking it's me, Pete. Maybe it's me.
Well, what do you think makes New Jersey Oi different from other Oi?
I don't know. I remember the first time I wrote on the side of the parking garages in Hoboken, taking the trains in the city one time, NJ Oi. And I with the cross golf clubs. That was fucking me. And that's before anybody really knew what Oi was. There was a couple of Oi bands around. But we didn't even consider ourselves like that yet. You know, we were a drunk rock band for a while, where we would just get fucked up and play and end up. We went through one year. We couldn't go through more than 3 shows without, we did over 3 songs without getting in a fight. Right. Over something stupid. But I don't know. We always thought that everyone shits on Jersey. Everyone hates New Jersey. Jersey, David Letterman made fun of it. It smells. It's such a shithole. Everybody considers. Everyone thinks of Hoboken or Jersey City or Trenton. And I don't know. This is an underdog feeling that we always had, and it was a lot. It seemed a lot closer knit family. And it truly was like that. I mean, when we were a band, when we were in our heyday, we were like family. We fucking, we broke bread together, we hung out together, that's what we did. That was your deal. I was going to school a lot of the time, too. Yeah. But those guys always helped me out. I was always fucking broke. I was always crashing their house or climbing a beer from them or something. But, if you look at Headache Records, which, they say, this is another example of it. It's like oi bands that never intended to be oi bands. If you look at the Wretched ones, I know you're familiar with this stuff.
Of course.
You know, if you look at like bands like the Wretched, or which people call oi, or even Head Wound, they're good friends of ours. All these headache label guys. It was just, you know, I don't know. It's just kind of an honesty about it, and it was a real thing. Like we were really friends. I always thought, and then, you know, even when we were out in California, no bust, but I couldn't stand California. I've been surfing all over the fucking world. The people were, it was like they were semi-real. You know what I mean? I always got the feeling, what does this fucking person want from me?
Right.
You know what I mean? What's this person's angle? And it felt like a fake thing. Like I said,
I don't know what you mean.
You know, and where in New Jersey, you know, it is what it is. If, you know, we didn't like you, you knew it. If we liked you, you knew it. If, you know, and most of the time, if I'm giving you shit, it meant, you know, it meant that you gave a fuck enough to give you shit. If I didn't talk to you, then we didn't give a fuck about you.
Right.
You know, we were a tough crew. Break our ball, each other's balls all the time. People would come in and hang out and be like, you guys are friends? I'm like, yeah, 20 fucking years. And that, you know, that was just the thing. So from the record label, from Armin, and BT and Mike and Bobby from Wretched to all the guys from that label and all the friends we made there. I mean, those unknown, we used to be tight with. It was like family, and it truly was. You went to a show, and it wasn't like a bunch of bands, and there was no egos. You know, I never had an ego problem.
Right.
We never got that shit like, oh, you know, we're going on first. We're doing this. We're doing that. I want this. Fuck you.
Yeah.
Get up and play.
Right.
You know,
that's what I was gonna say. Did you guys have any competition between you guys, Head Wound, and like Wretched Ones?
Dude, Armin saw us play our first show in this place, Rat Trap Cafe in Haledon. We got through 2 songs. Harpo fell over drunk on a table. There was no stage. There was cocktail tables and a piece of tape on the floor. And fucking Harpo went over. I get up. I'm drunk as hell. We had to sit through 2 bands. So we were whacked. We brought this kid from Jersey City with us, Damien. We fucking, the skinhead dude we just met like 2 days before. Harpo falls over, breaks this thing. The owner starts screaming at us. We're the last band of the night. I fall down. I'm laying on my back playing, and like they pick me up, and the owner's yelling at me, "Shut down!" I'm going, "Fuck you!" And these kids are spitting on him from behind him. He would turn around and yell and laugh, and he'd turn and yell at me, so when he gets to spit on him again, he goes, "That's it." Calls the cops. Fucking the kid Danny we just met lights the bathroom on fire. The cops are coming in. My amp, I pinned all the fucking knobs, so it's just screaming with the guitar leaning against it, and fucking people are running out. Cops are running in. Armin walks up in from him and is like, "You guys are great." He's like, "You guys want to make a record?" And that was it. And we started making records with Headache Records, which brought, you know, we were assholes. We knew nothing about anything. And Armin just brought us in under his wing and fucking put out records for us. BT was a great engineer. Fucking, and no competition, no way. If any case, Wretched Ones would get us shows all the time. We don't, you know, whenever we always support ourselves, always support each other. You know, we never ever, intentionally anyway, dick anybody out of a show or try to get over on them. Some competition now. Like I say, it was like family. And we were like that with just about anybody we dealt with. Yeah. I mean, I remember Dropkick Murphys coming to get shows, get a show with us in New York years ago. Nice. You know, with the old guitarist and fucking, and they started getting in. They hooked us up. We played a couple shows with them. One St. Patrick's Day we played at Old Burkill Manor in fucking in Middletown, New Jersey. I think it's Middletown. The place is gone now. Played at St. Patrick's Day, and with them and as an undercard. And I never laughed. I had two Marshall stacks, and they're like, "Your equipment's better than the headlining band. Can you can you take this stuff off the?" Well, my raw office is next to a music store. When I I practiced law in Jersey about 20 years before I moved. So every time I got a consignment in, anytime something came in, I'd fucking buy it. Nice. So I got like a Marshall amps. I got 10 guitars I don't play, a bunch of amps I don't use. Wow. And I hope my kids get into it. Yeah. So I'll send you a picture. I got a picture of the band room. I'll send a picture to you. Nice. My Britney Spears picture right behind my amps. for 2001, 2002 World Tour Pepsi commercial. I laughed like hell. And then I saw the Pepsi commercial on TV. I laughed. Same shit. But
do you think it's hard being like a skinhead in the land of Guidos?
yeah, well, it was weird. And back, and you think back, we started, I guess, 81.
Yeah.
When I started defining myself, quote unquote, as a skinhead, 81, 82. Really, 82 when the realization came, but it was before all that racist shit.
Yeah.
It was before, and I understand the English skinhead stuff was very nationalistic, and I guess I was kind of the same way, but I wasn't to the point of violence. I took pride, how I always defined myself as a skin was I had pride in myself, I had pride in my country, and I worked.
Right.
I had a job. And, I didn't dress in, Fred Perry's and expensive shit like that, but I was neat, and I was clean. And and we were clean cut. And we took pride in our country. Our country, not my government, per se, but pride in my country.
Right.
And, we didn't go around beating people up for taking their boots, shit like that. We just didn't do that. We more, I guess, associated with the roots of it, the old roots reggae stuff, and the 60s skit, that kind of thing. And then as far as we didn't really deal with them. No one fucked with you. Dude, in 82, 83, you walked around with a shaved fucking head and combat boots. People kept the fuck away from you.
Yeah.
They didn't want to know you. It wasn't fashionable. Tattoos were not fashionable. You were a fucking freak. I remember going to high school at 17 years old. I rode a motorcycle to high school. People were like, what the fuck? I'd come in a leather jacket, boots, shaved head, and my younger brother was a freshman or 3 years behind me. He's like, these people are wondering what's wrong with you. What do I tell them? I said, tell them I have cancer. What the fuck? And people tell me they're sorry to hear that. I'm like, holy fuck.
Right.
They didn't get it.
Right.
They didn't get it. There was no problems. There was no problems. I never had a problem with, you know what I had a problem with? Scumbags, fucking Nazi kids showing up.
Right.
We used to all work at this place called the Pipeline in North.
Right.
And showing up, wanted to start shit. One time Andy was on Channel 9 News after some skinhead thing that the media blew up. And all these guys showed up at the club. Like, this huge fucking thing broke out. Well, they all got their asses kicked. But, we had more problems from other people who were like, well, how can we not Nazis?
Right.
Basically. Right. And we were like, very, very well known that wasn't our deal. Not our deal at all. And it didn't go for that, and that's why, I remember going to Thanksgiving one time, my grandma was like, I know what you are, you're one of those skinheads. I'm like, Grandma, you don't understand.
Right.
It's not like that. But yeah, I think.
I was going to say, you mentioned the pipeline. I had, managed to get over there before it closed a few times. Was that the craziest show you think at the pipeline that you guys played? Like, when all the Nazi skins showed up?
Well, I don't know. We were running around with golf clubs and baseball bats. But, craziest shows we played? No, I think the craziest time we played when a guy pulled a gun on us one time, when we weren't even playing. We were just bouncing. It was after the Armenian earthquake. And Emilio was good enough to let them benefit. And we provided security, which we always did. It's Harpo, I, and Andy all bounced at various times. Tommy, Tall Tommy, and Birkenbush, and, we're a pretty formidable crew. And again, always nice guys. And we had to do a lot to get thrown out. And until we got hit or something, it was really when, and even then, we just got you out the door. We didn't go outside and beat the shit out of you. But these fucking guys were beating the shit out of this little kid. And we went to stop it. And I'll never forget, someone knocked Tall Tommy's glasses off. And Tommy was a big guy, he was 6'6", big arms. He was just taking 3 or 4 people out of swipe. And these fucking guys bust a bottle over Andy's head. I walk up to the guy, and I'm like, you're fucking dead. And the guy's like, no, you're dead. And I said, oh yeah? And I used to wear these linesman gloves with like a drum weight in the palm, sewn in the palm.
Yeah.
And we just cleaned house. I remember the guy, I never forget, I had the guy against the wall, biting my fucking tit, and fucking, like, my pec muscle, full on biting me. I just get away, I ground the gloves on his nose, twice up, once down, he was out. I walk out the street, and there's a guy goes, fuckers, fucking assholes, and pulls a gun and points it at us. I'm like, whoa. Take it easy. And me and Amelia going, whoa. I ran down 5 feet one way, he looked the other way, I ran up and hit him right in the fucking back of the head. and I punched him in the back of the fucking head, and his head's going off the fucking pavement. And, everything clears up, and everyone's like, oh man, your nose. I'm like, what? And my nose is I'm all blood in my whole face. I'm like, wow, that guy wanted to kick me in the face like 3 times. I don't even remember it. I was so fucking scared with this fucking guy with a gun that I just freaked out, and that was the craziest it ever got there. You know, the brothers.
That was at the pipeline.
That was at the pipeline.
Wow.
It was a benefit for Armenian earthquake victims.
Wow.
And then after that, Andy had to go to the hospital and eat some stitches. Fucking after that, the show's over. It was a matinee. The show's over. I'm loading beer up to the coolers for the night crew. Like, all right, next. But you know, but you didn't fight. That was our home, dude. You don't fuck with us there. We don't care who you are. The brothers never fuck with us. We got along with the brothers that are up and down the street, no problem. Emilio was giving me a few bucks to fucking not steal cars. And they're selling, you know, guys selling dime bags, nickel bags out of the corner. Fucking, we always shot, target shot in the basement, and sold up behind the bar. They're like those crazy white boys. Don't even go near them. And we got one.
Did you ever smash anybody with your guitar?
No, I don't think so. No. Okay. Nope. I was going to save my equipment. I was poor. I could be smashing shit. I remember we had a show, crazy show we had in Sneakers in Passaic, where we were like the house band every Sunday night. No one's there. And the guys like, $20 to get mic'd. I'm like, we ain't got $20. Fuck that, we'll leave. So the owner looks like Captain Lou Albano. He fucking comes and says, I'll pay the $20. So like 2 songs in, fucking the mics go dead. Mm-hmm. And Harpo's like, oh, slams the mic down, and it kind of does that whirl like, woof, woof, it's spinning around. And while it's spinning, the guy throws the shit back on. The fucking soundman was fucking with us. The guy fucking throws the shit back on, and the mic goes down. Boom! He comes running out, and fucking he's screaming at fucking Harpo. And Andy's like, fuck you. And he's screaming at Harpo. Harpo's looking at him. Andy's like, looks at him. The guy looks at Andy. He's like, fag. the guy runs at him. Let me tell you, you want 2 people in a clutch. Harpo and fucking Andy. Fucking Andy, you may underestimate them to your demise. Fucking this guy, because the guy's head higher than Andrew. Fucking comes running out, and Andy squares up, drills him. I'll never forget, running down the steps. It was like an upstairs little bar area, 2 steps down little lounge, 2 steps down bar. Really shit place. Fucking around the corner from the Montauk Triple X. That was his claim to fame. Fucking Andy got grabbed by the hair, smashed his head on the stairs, and the guys reached for Andy's head, Andy's bald. So fucking, he ripped Andy's ear in half. I was like, holy fuck. I'm running out the holy fight, the drummer gets with somebody. I fucking grab an ambulance, I'm running out with the shit. I'm like, fuck this. I'm running out with shit. Fucking, we used to keep crossed field hockey sticks on the drums. And I come running back in, and Andy's got over his head like a fucking tomahawk. He's gonna kill somebody. I tackle him, so stop. The girls, our girlfriends at the time, Harpo's then wife, a couple girls me and Andy were seeing, were beating the shit out of the chick owner. I'm like fucking kicking her in the cunt, fucking beating the shit out of her. These other punks are beating the shit out of the other owner. I'm running out with shit. And the fucking hit somebody, run out with shit. So then everything clears. Harpo and they'll leave. I want to see the next band. The Chosen Few were playing next. I'm like, oh, I want to see this band. I'm like, dude, the guy's yelling at me. You go get your boys. I'll get my boys. I'm like, what boys? We're the boys. We got the boys. We got the boys. I said, just take it easy, Captain Lou. Hey, can I come in to see the next band? And they fucking let me back in. Wow. I couldn't believe it. It was fucking hilarious. We beat the shit out of the club owners. And then fucking I went and watched the last band.
That's great. So speaking of Passaic, did you ever go to Two Tone?
Oh yeah, sure. With Iggy.
Yeah, did you bought a lot of stuff there, or did you just kind of just wander through all the time?
Well, I didn't just wander through.
Yeah.
Basically, I wasn't a t-shirt buyer. I didn't buy the high-end boots or nothing like that. My brother went to Virginia Military Institute. I got a new pair of combat boots every Christmas. And like I say, I was in college and law school. I had no fucking money. Not for that shit. We used to do our shopping at Salvation Armies.
Yeah.
We'd go, and that's where you find the old petite pants, old clothes that we used to have. That I don't know. I wasn't the height of punk fashion. I didn't have the leather jacket with the 4 million studs on it. I had an old shitty leather jacket I stole from my old man, who knew some guy who owned a bike shop that actually said motorcycle accessories on the inside of it. I still got it. I still have it. I actually put it on about 2 weeks ago. My children laughed the hell at me. I could barely get it off. I don't think I could make this in for coming to 6 inches of each other. But they were great people. They were real scene supportive. We saw Iggy all the time, and his wife and ex-wife, I can't remember her fucking name, and I should. We did a whole starts with an R. We did a whole benefit for her at the pipeline one time. I even have a poster somewhere. But yeah, that was like the punk rock mecca for a lot of people.
Right.
Well, it wasn't really. I don't know. It wasn't really my scene. I was always kind of low key. People asked me if we were in a band, I would deny it. Right. We played Stone Pony one time. I pulled up my old man's house, this old Suzuki Trooper I had covered with stickers, surf stickers. And the fucking kid runs out from the house across the street. And I had seen like anarchy stickers on the, Dead Kennedy sticker on the phone pole out front of his house. Like, oh, there's a punk rock kid around here somewhere. And Elsie runs out and goes, hey man, I saw you Stone Pony. I'm like, what are you talking about? I said, get the fuck out. I'm just like a student. What are you talking? You're fucking crazy. Get out of here. And he's like, he walks in, looks at me, he's like, man, I saw you playing. I'm like, dude, you're fucking nuts. He stops, he looks down, he's like, I saw that fucking car. You can't. I'm like, oh, Jesus God, here's a desk. Don't tell anybody. All right, just hear it. Take some merch. It was funny as shit. So, and I never got into, the whole backstage thing, and I don't know. I was very, very humble whenever we played out, no matter what we did. We got Dropkicks got us on a bill with at a show in Philly, and big show. What the fuck, man? I forget the fucking name. One band canceled, and we ended up playing this big show. And they're like, "You got 40 minutes to play." You got there, and I'm like, "Okay, cool, dude. We're all right. And don't do this. You get 5 pizzas and 2 cases of beer." I'm like, "What? We get beer and meat? What? This is fucking awesome!" And then the other band was like stuck on some band from Sweden was stuck on a train. And they're like, "Hey, can you guys play longer?" I said, "We'll play as fucking long as you want." I got to do like a fucking 60, 70-minute set.
Wow.
Fucking at this giant place in Philadelphia. I don't know if you it's on the back of the last 7-inch. There's a picture of it.
Oh, okay.
And I'll be looking out. I think Kathy had taken it, Andy's wife. She's my back, Harvard, Andy's back, and the whole state. Probably about 2,000 people. It was fucking awesome. It was fucking awesome.
I think the last time I saw you guys play was at the Stanhope House 6 years ago, about.
Oh, okay. At the Oi reunion,
yeah,
or the Pipeline reunion.
Came out as clowns.
Oh, well, I came out as a clown.
You came out as a clown. I don't know about the rest of that. I remember there being all clowns, but.
Well, because Jersey Pete put the whole thing, another great bunch of guys. Fucking Jersey Pete puts that on some group thing before Messenger, some group chat on Facebook. But what everyone's got to do, this is what we're going to do, this is line up, this, that, the other. And I'm an asshole. So I'm writing all this stupid shit. I'm like, we need 3 vegetarian meals. I need 6 AAA batteries, 1 case of warm Evian water. And he's like, shut the fuck up. And then I just kept doing asshole shit, because I'm an asshole. And finally goes, that's it. He changes the fucking name on the page to the Larry Mazaka Oi and Larry Mazaka Clown Show. So, he's like, I'm fucking being a clown, right? I said, I'll give you clown. So I showed up with the fucking clown nose. Man, that was wild. That was a good time, that show.
Yeah, that was a real good time. Well, how active are you guys? Are you guys still
What's that?
active? How active is
Who, Niblick?
Yeah.
Well, we played 2 years ago. We got together. We played that Christmas show. This year there wasn't one. For whatever reason, they were actually inactive. I live in North Carolina.
Okay.
Harpo's in Pennsylvania. Andy's in Bloomfield, New Jersey. And Chad from the Blanks is drumming for us the last several years. And he's in Pennsylvania too. So as active as anyone wants to, if we could cajole, beg, plead for Harpo to sing a show, is how active we could be. You got a lot of shit going, dude. It's to make, 3 states come together, plus kids just show up, and we know the songs, but we at least go in the studio, every time we do it, I'll come up a couple days early, and, we'll all meet at this one studio and rehearse at least for a few hours before we go out, but, it's like riding a bike, kinda. And Andy, I'm still playing in the band, Andy plays, and Chad plays, so it's not like you're losing your chops. It's just you're playing the different music, so you just have to kind of refresh it. But the people they asked us to do a bunch of shit, even fly us out. The Live and Loud shit, some other big gigs guys have contacted me, and I think you may have even contacted me for some gig one time.
Maybe, probably.
But Harpo's like, no, he won't do it. He won't do it.
Yeah. Okay.
And God bless him. He's got shit to do. I understand.
Right.
But I told him, fuck you. You can do a show. You can do a show in New Jersey.
Did you guys ever find Lou?
Lou's my brother-in-law.
Oh, okay. So that was your brother-in-law.
But he's still difficult to find. That was always because we're always going, where the fuck is Lou? We're always looking for him. We're always, sir, for goodness, he's always doing something. So where the fuck is Lou? Yeah, that's funny. That's another song I just wrote down, sat down and wrote at the picnic table at the beach. Nice.
What still annoys you these days? Like what do you want to go away?
Oh God, cell phones. Cell phones, the internet.
Right.
I hate all that shit. Facebook especially.
Right.
Not that I don't have an account.
Yeah.
I just go look at it once in a while. I don't know what the fucking deal is. I see and I don't know what the fuck it is with a phone, and it's millennials, dude. I work with a guy that this motherfucker can't put that phone down. He'll be doing something every 5 minutes looking at his phone. And how fucking important do you think you are? That you have to be, I'll leave my phone in the shop charging or something. I'm on the road, I'll leave it. Unless he has his phone, I don't bring mine. I don't care. And my kids want phones. Fuck you, you're not getting a phone.
Yeah.
And like, what everyone else, I don't give a fuck what everyone else. And they're like, well, Dad, why do you need a phone? And my wife will go, well, they need a phone. Why? Well, the kids need to get in touch with us. I said, they don't need to get in touch with me. If they got to get in touch with me, they'll find a phone to get in touch with me. And my parents didn't want to hear from me. I didn't grow up my parents wondering where the hell I was or what, waiting for a phone call from a cell phone. All that shit. And that's what the fucking problem is. And I think it's a lot to do with it, whether you go from school shootings or all this other shit, is people have this diluted sense of self-importance. Who gives a fuck what you made for dinner? Who cares that little Jimmy won the fucking Irish dance contest? All right? I mean, give me a fucking break. Are you going to really get on Facebook and put, oh, congratulations, Mary, you made it into GWU College. Congratulations, we're so proud of you. If you really congratulate Mary, are you jerking off at your friends saying, my kid made it into fucking college? So who the fuck do you think you're kidding? Is what I always say to myself.
A lot of people put dumb shit on there.
Oh, dude. And there's oh my God. There's one kid in high school. One kid in high school, I still follow him, I get a kick out of it. Screaming liberal. Not that I'm a conservative, but, I'm socially liberal and fiscally conservative. I don't give a fuck what you do. You want to have abortions, you want to shoot dope, you want to, smoke pot, whatever you want to do, I don't care. You want to marry each other, don't bother me a bit. I don't want to pay for it. That's how I feel. I don't want to pay for it.
Yeah.
All right? I really don't care what you do. I really don't. And this one dude is so political, and he's still living in high school, like, writing shit. I'm 53, so he's 52 years old, writing shit about how he's overcome being bullied, and I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like, dude, really? And all these other people on Facebook, like, stroking him. Yeah, great, liking it. And I'm like, you people are all fucked up. All right? You haven't gotten past that shit yet. You got a real problem.
Yeah.
So, like I said, I never post on Facebook. I'm always a caustic commenter. I'll write some asshole fucking thing to somebody to write something. When I'm taking a shit in the morning and nothing better to do, and I'll put on Facebook and see someone put something stupid, I'll write something fucking, really rude. So,
yeah.
Other than that.
Way to go.
Well,
why'd you guys choose Dreaming as a cover song?
I love Blondie. That's a great song. And it was funny because I just played that riff one time in practice. That I'm like, whoa, that worked pretty good. And used without permission. We even put it in TKO. That was on TKO Records. And they even said, don't worry about it. Because we got any shit for it, we'll take care of it. Like we're going to have to worry about Blondie coming after us because of our staggering record sales. But yeah.
That's always coming, man.
Yeah, man. That's always one of my favorite Blondie songs.
Right on. Do you think New Jersey influenced your sound at all?
I guess we're, say New Jersey, it's like, it doesn't exist. Everyone's New York. Right. You know what I mean? You're like overshadowed. Sound? I don't know. My sound always came from, I always prided myself in playing with one chord. One guitar chord to the amp, and to a Marshall. That's all. I didn't have these boxes. I didn't have these effects, nothing like that. Real honest and a cleaner sound than, I make the amp sound like Black Sabbath if I wanted to, but I don't know, clean sound, and I all harken it back to my love of the oldies, if you will.
Right. Mm-hmm.
And that's really, if you listen to our songs, you can pick out the chord progressions and almost the same, whoa shit that they're doing back then, just with a little bit of a Jersey sound. I don't know. We were influenced by that whole hardcore thing where I grew up with. We started was, Bad Brains and fucking all those New York bands, Cro-Mags. But, before, and it always was before, the crossovers, before Metallica, before, Motorhead was a metal band. They weren't a hardcore band or a punk band. They were a metal band. Always were. Mm-hmm. But there was they're probably the first crossover. Some of their shit just fucking, Motorhead's just amazing.
Yeah, they really are.
Some of it. It's fucking amazing. And, another one who defied, definition that, we would go as punk, quote unquote, punk rockers and Skins, go see a Motorhead show at Irving Plaza. And, you'd see, four of the metal bands with them. Or they play the Palladium, they're playing big names, we had to sit in a seat. And you'll see Motorhead, for $25, and you go see the midnight show at Irving Plaza up the street, for the hardcore shit. But it was a cool time to be around.
Right on. What's your favorite New York City club to play?
Well, we never. A lot of them aren't even there anymore. We fucking. I guess my favorite place to play was Stevie's. Only because if nothing else, you're like, I'm playing Stevie's,
Right. Yeah.
You're standing on that stage, and it was pretty cool. But there was a lot of cool places to play. The Continental was really cool. A bunch of places the place Brownies years ago. There was that ABC No Rio, like it was almost like a squat. It was a great place to play. A bunch of Lower East Side places that were very tenuous, but just a good vibe and no bullshit.
Right.
Like I said, it was fun. It was fun back then. You didn't have this crap going on that's going on now.
Right. You think being in an Oi band ever prevented you guys from having somebody booking the shows?
Definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely. As soon as somebody was skinheads, forget about it.
Yeah.
Especially after 85, 86. So you're talking in the 90s, the early 90s, couldn't get a show.
Right.
You're skinheads, get out. We'd go try to book shows. We're a punk rock and roll band that can we get a show here? And it was everything. It's difficult now. It's really hard now. I play the band now M60, and I'll send you the link too. We have a couple songs on YouTube. Right. And it's a 3-piece, so I share vocals with the bass player. Currently looking for a drummer, but shocker. But now people, the drummer was shaved. He's not a skinhead at all. But he's bald. He shaves his head bald because that's stylish, right? And our bass player looks like a fucking rockabilly dude. His hair's pompadour, big sideburns. And here I am, my hair cropped, usually, at the lowest level the clippers will take. And the people are like, oh, and I'm like, why can't we get fucking show you? I'm down here in North Carolina, dude. They don't understand. You want to talk about not understanding shit. All right. They just don't get it. And we've had a bunch of shows where we've played with people who are just like, oh my God, trying to get shows. Oh, those guys are skinhead.
Right. Yeah.
Like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
We're just a band. We're just a band. I just don't know what the fuck else to do with my hair. What the fuck else? Am I going to grow it or erase my tattoos? What?
Right.
And it's like I'm walking around screaming oi and wanting to beat up people of color or I don't get it. I don't get it. I mean, I'm a really nice fucking guy. But it's seriously, no, it's difficult because people take that first. I think it blows my mind. I watched the other day on TV when I was off during the middle of the week. I turned on TV Land and they had fucking All in the Family on. And I'm listening to fucking Archie Bunker. I love, holy fuck. You can, or you watch Sanford and Son. You couldn't get away with that shit now.
Right. Yeah.
People are so fucking butthurt over the littlest shit that everyone's so afraid of offending everybody. As we have progressed is how far we have gone backwards. You can't. There's no. It's like almost like a thought police. There's no freedom anymore.
It's so PC, man.
It's unfucking believable. It's unfucking believable. I was waiting for the backlash. when people say enough of this shit. We never had a quiet place to go when you were upset. What the fuck is that shit? A quiet place. And that's the fucking problem. Kids never hear no. They never hear, they're not disciplined. You be whatever you want to be, do whatever you want to do. What the fuck? And I said to myself, okay, when I was a kid, if you got a girl pregnant, it was the worst thing you could do. Mm-hmm. It was the worst motherfucking thing that could happen. Now, you get a fucking show. Mm-hmm. You get a show on TV, and they celebrate it. Yeah. Holy fuck. It's just, I don't know. I think we're getting off of what you want to talk about, but.
What do you think the funniest show you guys ever played was?
Funniest? It's probably Halloween show at the Pipeline. When Andy did his whole head like a pumpkin. I think
that's pretty good.
It was really good. Had a paper mache stem and everything. I bought one of those kid G.I. Joe costumes with the mask and like the one piece thing that was camouflaged. Mm-hmm. But it was the new stuff. It was like the material-ish thing. Years ago in college, you used to get the plastic ones, the extremely flammable plastic ones that are really good, and you could jam that on because the plastic would break, but the material in mine wouldn't rip. So you had to jam it on, and then I had to play with my arms halfway in because I couldn't reach my arms through the fucking thing. So, but yeah, but every show, it's tough to pick a funny show. Every show was fun. People coming up and singing vocals with us, me yelling at people, you know, hey, it's okay, you want to come stand spot, but you better show up to practice next Wednesday because you're fucking it up.
Right.
You know?
Right.
And, but every show was a fucking, you know, we tried to have, was always a fucking party. It was always a fun time.
Yeah. And what
You know?
were the crowds like? Was it always skinheads? Was there punks or like hardcore kids at all?
It was always mixed.
Yeah.
It was always a real eclectic mix. You know, it wasn't, because it wasn't that scene in Jersey. You didn't have that scene where there was punks in one section, skinheads in the other. It was just punks and skins. You know, you're a punk rocker, and a punk rock kid will come see an oi band the same as see some, you know, a punk band. So we played with the Blanks plenty of times and had no problem. You know, and like I say, I don't know if we're the traditional oi band either. I mean, we're always a little different than a lot of the stuff we heard. You know, playing out there that was quote unquote oi. You know,
right.
So I don't know. I don't know that we didn't kind of bridge the two. If there, you know, if there can be said to be a difference. I don't know. Our song lyrics were a little different, and I don't know, the music was a little different than some of the other oi, like I said, quote unquote oi bands. But again, we just played what we liked, and I figured if someone can have half as much fun as I'm having playing it, you know, listening to it as I have fun playing it. Yeah. If I like it, it's got to be halfway. Someone else has got to like it. Right. I've got a long fucking time. Someone else going to like this dumb shit.
Right, right.
But
what do you think the worst show you ever played was?
Oh God, I think the worst show we ever played. Let's come back to the Pipeline because it's always played so much, and we kind of had it in there. But we played a lot of bad shows. Played a lot of bad shows. Some shows we ended up fighting two or three songs. We couldn't get through that fight. We were about 6 months doing that. Well, a fight would break out, and we ended up fighting our way out. But I think the worst was we had our old drummer Boom, who was old Boom and the Legion of Doom from Michigan. These guys were fucking crazy ass motherfuckers. They had meat shows and like kicked deer parts all over the place. Wow. Fucking Boom was, I don't know, he was in the dope, what he was doing, but he used to play on a milk crate. And at one show when we finally kicked him out, or I kicked him out, I don't know what he was drinking Mad Dog and fucking doing dope or something. He hit his stick on his snare, his stick went up in the air, and he just fucking everything up. And he went to grab the stick and leaned back and fell right off the fucking milk crate. Legs up in the air, kicked the drums all over the place. I just got so pissed, took my guitar and threw it on him, and fucking walked off the stage. I said, that's it. I said, that's it. You're out. Fuck this. We couldn't play. He was so fucked up that he couldn't play. And that was, but that's always been, we've always struggled with drummers. Always.
Yeah. It's a curse, man.
Oh, total. It's beating them drums all day. It rattles their brains. I don't fucking know. But again, like I say, it's probably me. But we've always had a problem with drummers.
All right. What's your top 3 oi bands?
Jesus, you know, I've realized how little I delve into this shit because I discovered Pandora. And when I'm working alone or stuff at work, I work for a rental company, so we do like tents, chairs, everything you could think of for a fucking event. From a tent to the fucking chair you sit on to the silverware you use. Wow. So I have to clean chairs. So I have chair cleaning day. I got a Saturday. I'm there alone for 10 hours. I used to plug in my phone, and I was like, you know, I feel like I'm all technical and shit. Plug in the phone and put on like, you know, I put on Niblick Henbane radio, man, my own radio station. I plays all these oi bands. And top 3 classic oi bands has got to be The Business. I love. I mean, all that. It's hard to even say. Those Unknown, if you want to call them an oi band, I fucking love. I love Bill. They were fucking great. I don't even know if they're still doing anything. I really wonder what Billy's doing. You know what I'm talking about, Billy Owens?
Yeah, those unknown.
Yeah, he's out there somewhere.
One of them actually works at the supermarket over by where I live now.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. We played with them when they were young kids. Billy and his brother Rich, and Unknown, the bass. They were such a great band. Billy was a genius. He was a genius, and still is. I just hope he's right. We played with that one. I think after the year you saw us, the Clown Show.
Right.
I think maybe the next year was the Oi Fest or something when they came out and played, and they were great. There's another band we played with just recently last year and a half ago in Delaware called the Oldham Boys. Okay. And from Baltimore area.
Mm-hmm.
Were fucking amazing. We played with what the fuck's the name of that band? It used to be the guy from The Glory. His new band he played with another great band. But top three. Business, Those Unknown, I think is a fantastic one band. And I guess really Coffee Rejects. You know, probably my top three. But I got to throw the American one in there because Those Unknown was like one of my favorite bands in the world. They were so good back then.
Yeah, man, they're really good. How often did you play with the Business?
Never.
Okay.
Never. Of course, we played with Blitz one time. The new Blitz.
Okay.
Fucking 15 years ago.
All right.
I've been down here 10 years. Yeah, it'll be 15 years ago.
Did you ever meet Mickey Fitz from the Business?
Nope. Never had the opportunity.
Right on.
But you know what it was too? I never went to shows, dude. I went to shows we played.
Right.
That's when I went to shows.
Okay.
You know, otherwise I was maintaining a law practice. And
wow.
And it was a bit of a dichotomy.
Yeah.
Where I practicing law during the day and at night, you know, never the two shall meet. But it was crazy.
Huh.
But
well, how'd you guys get a song on the U.S. of American Oi Volume 2, right? In the back streets of American Oi. That was.
Yep.
How'd you guys get on that?
I don't fucking know. Someone, whoever put it together asked us. But we never. That was the thing. We were just, you know, we never pushed it.
Yeah.
We never. And I always kick myself. We never realized our real potential because I was in the band. I was in college and law school, and I was an attorney. You can't just go on tour for 6 months. You know, I have a law practice. I had a house. I had mortgages. I had a business. You know, Andy had a real job. Barbara had a real job. We couldn't afford that. You know, our big world tour we went out to Pittsburgh, West Virginia, Kent, Ohio, back in '88, '89. You know, self-booked a bunch of shit just going out that way for a little bit, and then TKO Records signed us. You know, quote unquote signed us to that one record. And it was glorious because probably someone else paid for it. And I explained to them, we can't tour. We can't. We won't.
Right.
But we ended up being flown out to Kansas City one year for some 2-day Oi Fest. I found out we were like headlining the whole thing. We're like, what? And these guys, people drove from all over the place, Wisconsin, fucking North Dakota. They're like, you guys are our favorite band. I'm like, you guys are fucked up. If we're your favorite band. But I always say we were so underground, we were subterranean. We just didn't. We never pushed it, which I wish we had. I wish I had taken the van and gone out on the road for a while.
Kind of tough to do, you know.
Well, you make your choices, Pete.
Right.
You know, what do? You either, you know, I never thought I'd be doing it this long.
Yeah.
But I find I can't live without. I can't live without playing. So you make your bed and you lie in it. So you want to, you know, develop a career that way. Yeah, you can do that. There's no. I'm not sure to say there's very few people that made a career out of playing Oi music.
Right.
You know, I mean, where they can support themselves and live like you're supposed to live, quote unquote. I mean, but if you want to have children, you want to have a wife, you want to have a house, what the fuck do you do? You're not going to do that playing fucking weekends in some shitty old Niblick Henbane.
There's no money in Oi.
There's no money in it. You do it because you love it.
Right. What do you think of the current state of Oi? I mean, do you have an opinion on it or not really?
Well, I come up and I see like I said, I got a Pandora on the other day and I'm listening to all these bands that I haven't really heard. And there was one band, Percale, I think their name is. Have you ever heard of it?
Percolate or something. Yeah.
Percolate. I tried to figure out how to pronounce it. It's supposed to be like it's like an epithet. It's like pretend. It's supposed to be yelled like Percale or something. That's what I gathered. What a great fucking band! What a great band!
Pretty good.
And there's that one song. I'll never die. I got a heart. Fucking great song.
Yeah, that's a good
Heart that will never die or something.
Yeah.
Good. I have played it over and over again. You know, played in my fucking chairs.
Heart of Pride.
Heart of Pride. That's it.
That's it. Yeah.
That is a great fucking song. So there's some great shit coming out. But what it kicks my ass is that all these other bands are coming back.
Yeah.
All these bands everyone's shit on for years. You haven't heard from them in 20 years. You know, the Business, the fucking Cockney Leadbacks, all these bands coming through New York City. That's the only thing I miss about living down here. I always want to live at the beach. It's great for my kids. I was always a surfer for years. I was always surfing. That's all I wanted to do between 25 and 45. That's all I did was, everywhere I did was geared toward going surfing. Fucking.
You should be living out here.
I tried to explain to you about California, Pete, but.
Yeah, that's true.
But North Carolina, Outer Banks is the mecca. This is a great surf spot. We're at sea, dude, and I always want to live at the beach, and I finally did it. But I miss it, and that's the only thing I look at Facebook from. I'll go on after a weekend and see I'll see where my buddies went to go play. Andy, my old bass player, I'll see his page all the time because I guess the algorithm kicks it up on my feed. So I'll say, we're going to see this band, and that's what I miss. I miss seeing those bands. So we used to be playing with those bands, and if we were still together, we'd still be playing with those bands.
Right.
But there's still these old bands coming up, and there's no music scene on the Outer Banks in North Carolina. You go to Raleigh's 3.5 hours. Richmond is 3 hours, 3.5 hours. Virginia Beach, we played a lot with the new band. Some shows in Maryland we could get down in Ocean City. Wilmington, Delaware is good. Eddie Oaks from Patriots down there. Well, ex-Patriot just quit the band recently.
Yeah, he did.
But I've known Eddie for fucking 30 years. I know him when they were in Jersey.
Nice.
And he got us shows down there and put us up. But as far as where I am, it's Deadsville. You can, and here it's a tourist area. There's maybe 8,000 people, maybe 8,000, 9,000, 10,000 people live here.
Mm-hmm.
During the summer, there's 200,000 people. Nobody wants to come see original music. Number one. They want to see play something I could dance to. So you want to play some asshole club that caters to rich tourists that rent a fucking 20-room house and want to go, drink sex on the beach and listen to fucking popular music.
Right.
You ain't gonna get far with what we do.
Yeah, that's true. Well, what inspired the song Future?
I guess it was right when I was getting out of school, and I was thinking about life and how I lived all those years to make other people happy, and did everything I was supposed to do, and I went to law school. I'll give it a shot. What the fuck? Maybe I'll make it through. Maybe I won't. And I made it through. I'm like, fuck. Now what? Now I'm going to be a lawyer. Great. And so that's what I did. But it was always my occupation. It wasn't my life. A lot of people, it becomes their lives. And I always said the future belongs to me now. Going on where I'm going to do what I want to do. And that's why I moved. My brother's an attorney. He's like, you're an asshole. What are you doing? You're leaving a huge law practice, and you move to the beach. What? What are you gonna do?
Yeah.
I don't care. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna be fucking happy again.
Yeah.
And I worked some shit job that and again, I have no legal problems. I don't care. It's hard work. And my drummer always used to give me. He's like, at least now you're a real skinhead. You motherfucker. I was a white collar skin before. Now I'm blue collar. But you know what? I get off work, I go fishing with my kids. I go to the beach with my kids. And that's what it's all about for me now, is that. But the future belongs to me, as opposed to the past belonging to everyone else. You have to kowtow to, whether it's parents or grandparents or professors or whatever. Going on, I'll do what the fuck I want to do.
Why not? That's a great song, man. And what about Life Over the Edge?
That was influenced by a guy, Greg Knoll. I don't know if you ever heard of him. He's from out your way. He's a California surfer. They were the early surfers in the 40s and 50s.
Mm-hmm.
And he wrote a book about his life called Life Over the Edge. I love Greg Knoll. He was just fucking, Google him, and here's a book, Life Over the Edge. It's amazing.
Nice.
They were just the coolest fucking shit that you could never even think about duplicating. They were the forefront of the whole surfing scene in California.
Mm.
And I'm sitting at my fucking at the beach house one day. I'll never forget. This chick I was seeing at the time, some artist from New York. I brought her down, and she had some big fucking fight or something. She's upstairs crying. And I sat down, and I wrote that fucking song.
Wow.
I sat down and wrote that fucking song in 20 minutes.
Nice.
And like I say, sometimes it takes work. And it's probably something I was kicking around in my head the whole time. Different lyrics, different shit. But Life Over the Edge was David Greg Knoll's book, like Life Over the Edge of the Wave, and that's how I felt about things at the time. So the lyrics are pretty self-explanatory. But Debbie Perkowski, still love her, but she and Greg Knoll. But that was one of those ones that was banged out. I just had it in me, and it just came out. If you're an artist, shit just. I don't know. You think about shit all the time. I don't mean to sound like I'm some fucking hoity-toity, I'm an artiste or anything. But I think a lot. And I read a lot. And so I think about shit. Sometimes it comes together, and it comes out.
It's a great song, man. I love that song.
Yeah, I do too. We play my new band too.
Oh, right on. Are you a Mickey Dora fan?
Oh, Mickey Dora was great. Fuck, I have a black cat in my surf shed. I have about 34, 35 surfboards now.
Wow.
Dude, when I was an attorney, I bought guns, surfboards, and guitars. I had Marty, no wife, no kids, a city apartment. Fuck. So I have a black cat, Mickey Dora model, and we always used to see my brother-in-law Lou when I could find him. We would talk and say, you know what we're going to do? Because I had read somewhere he moved to Baja and New Mexico and just do like carpentry on the side, and he wouldn't talk. Like he would sit for hours and would never say a word. So my and Lou's big joke was, let's go move to Baja and not talk to Mickey Dora.
Nice.
But those guys were the guys taking all those dumps in those surf movies too. They pay those guys big money, a couple $1,000 to take that wipe out in like YMA. Like, fuck.
Yeah, somebody just died from the Ventures, one of the guitarists, I think.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. That's a good surf band. I mean,
Oh, yeah.
There's a lot of good surf music, but, Oi still number one, man.
Oh, fucking hell. You can do both. We did, on one of our, I don't know if it's recorded, but we used to do Wild Weekend.
Okay,
Which that old 50s song, which is a saxophone lead I used to do with the guitar. We did Henry VIII. All those covers we do are all fucking wacky covers. Dreamin', Henry VIII, Angel of the Morning.
Oh yeah, that's a good one. Well, why don't you start the new band, M60?
When?
Why?
well, because I moved down here, and I have all this fucking equipment, and I'm going to myself, after a couple months, I'm like, fuck, I miss playing. I love to play. I don't care whether it's playing in my room here or playing a show. I love to play music. Mm-hmm. And I was so bad, we ended up, for some reason, I don't know what it was, but my kids were asking about God or something, and we ended up at this non-denominational, kind of evangelical, born-again church, OBX Nation it was called. And he had people in there ran the gamut from the guy with the fucking spiderweb tattoo over his whole side of his neck and his face, clean and sobriety, to the lady in the peach chiffon dress testifying. And it was like, it wasn't really pushy. It was kind of fun. They had coffee and donuts. We got there in the morning, and they had a band. It was the worship team. And so a couple times there, some guy goes, "Hey Larry, I heard someone told me you play guitar. Would you like to play with us?" I'm like, okay. So I brought my small Marshall, and I played my white. I have a white studio. Gibson. I played a white studio. I took the Show Your Kids sticker off the strap, and I played the fucking worship team for about 6 months. And we were doing God rock, and I'd go to Thursday night practices. They give me a bunch of music, and I'd take it home and I'd learn it by Sunday, and then I'd play in the worship team on Sunday. That's how fucking bad I wanted to play. Not that I was doing anything that was like, oh my God, I'm appalled. I mean, it was great. I wish I believed in something like that, dude. But every time, we'd all be holding hands backstage before we went on, and then saying the prayer, and then, oh Jesus, yes Jesus, thank you Jesus. And I'm thinking to myself, is Jesus really listening? Has God got the time for this shit right now? And I'm a bit sacrosanct when it comes to religion, but
God's gonna be rocking out, man.
But God's gonna be gentle, and if you listen to them, you believe it. You believe it. But so I missed it like crazy. And I finally found some other dude who my wife worked with, some lady girl who had a boyfriend who played bass, and then we said, oh, I know a drummer. I bought a kid drum set from my neighbor across the street, a yard sale for $100, and this drummer came down and sat down and killed it. I'm like, whoa! So we started playing, and the bass player had a few demons, and we went to jail. We just recorded that show. I'm sending you the link. We just recorded it. He goes to jail for multiple whatevers, and we said we wait, so we wait. He was supposed to go for 3 months, goes for 11 months. He gets out, and we're like, okay, he's clean, everything else. Fucking 2 weeks, and he's back in it, and fucking fuck. And so we got 4 pieces of time, and there was a band back here called 3/4 Slug. And the old guitarist from them was playing with us. So the other bass player just jumped out, and I looked at Ryan, and I said, you want to play bass? Because I play guitar better than you. he's like, all right. And so he goes and buys the bass. Has a big Harkey, gives a Harkey system bass amp, and we went 3-piece. Which is really a shame, because the guy who left was a great, great guy when he was on it.
Right.
When he was off it, shall I say, when he was sober and with it, the guy was fucking killer. Great dude, nice guy. When you're on that shit, it just changes you.
So, have you guys released anything? A 7-inch or?
Nothing. The only thing we got is this link. I got a couple. I talked to a few people, guys from Dim Records in Germany. I talked to Todd Raddick up in New Hampshire about putting it on that label, but we never got our shit together to have I never got it mastered, and I have the raw recordings on my computer. I just got to get it to a master, and I think it's some money up to get it done. And now that our drummer, we're looking for a drummer again, and we're just getting ready to record a whole bunch of shit with a guy down in Hatteras Island, and has his own studio, and our drummer becomes disinterested. So I'm trying to get something together, but we got nothing. That's what I say. We had stickers at one point. That's about it. The buddy of mine made them up for me. We had stickers. Woohoo! I don't even have one. But there's one on my drummer's bass drum. That's it. And so I wanted to make T-shirts and grand illusions of fame and fortune again, Pete. But just I'm just trying to find somebody. There's no drawing pool down here. I started a new band because I had to. I didn't know what the fuck else to do.
Right. That's good enough reason.
Yeah.
Well, do you think M60's main inspiration is beer?
I don't know. That was getting old. Those guys like to smoke pot a lot, but I don't really do that anymore. So, and everything's in moderation. I think it's just I use it to delude myself that I'm not old. I can still play in a band, and people still come see us. But everything in moderation anymore, dude. It's funny. It's fun. It's funny. Although the best part about our drummer though was he didn't drink. So we go to shows, and me and Ryan we play, and then we get fucking fucked up, and he would drive us home. maybe that has something to do with it. But
that's good.
But yeah.
Well, do you have any last words or anything else you want to say? No,
just that I was surprised that even we're interested in doing this, but pleasantly surprised that people remember us. I really loved Niblick Henbane. I really loved them. I still keep in touch with them. They're like I said, like family. And those are truly the best years of my life. And what I would say to anybody is enjoy the trip, boys. Live it up now, because all too soon, it's over.
Yeah.
It goes by so fleeting. And again, I had such a good time with that band. I'm honored that and surprised and honored that people even still know about it. But that was really my heart and soul was putting all that shit, all that music. It was real shit. It was real, and we had a lot of fun doing it. And we did it for us, as much as other people. And it was never about being famous or making money or doing anything that other than going out and having a hell of a good time every time we played.
Right, I know. Well, thanks for doing the interview, Larry.
Yeah, what do you do? You put this out in paper? What do you do? Or digital?
It's going to be digital.
You got to send me the link then.
Of course, my brother.
Send me the link. I'll send you a link to the M60 shit. And let me know what you think.
Of course, brother. Happy St. Patty's Day.
Hey, happy St. Patty's Day, Pete. Thanks a lot, brother.
Thank you.
Take care.